Are you creating a business or a lifestyle? See, on the surface, they may seem like the same thing, but in the words of Jay-Z, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman, so let me handle my business down. See, today I decided to get up and drive north to Prescott, Arizona. I decided to take advantage of some of the freedoms that this real estate wholesaling business does allow for me. Though I am, for the most part, very disciplined every day with my schedule, it is nice that, I can really do what I want to, when I want to, with my real estate wholesaling business. And it's this way purposely. See, when I first started my real estate wholesaling business, I had one vision in mind, which was for it to be completely virtual. I do know with anybody starting a business, you can have the vision in mind for it to be successful. Of course you want it to be successful, but ultimately you want your business to align around the lifestyle that you want to live. So when I was younger, I figured out a couple things right away. I did not want to live in the place I do business. Well, not particularly in the place I do business, but I didn't want to live in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is where I am originally from. So I knew I didn't want to do that. However, I started my business there. So I, in the beginning, decided to make my business form around my ideal lifestyle, which for me is adventure, hiking, and, other things like that, very active in my, lifestyle. So what I'm saying for you guys is, you ultimately have to look around and really figure out what kind of business are you creating. Are you creating a business that, requires you to spend X amount of hours that ultimately you can spend there, but you're not enjoying the time? You'd rather be doing something else with your business and with your time. So, what does that really look like? Well, one way to accomplish it is to make your business completely virtual. So to make your business rely on the internet. In this, 21st century that we live in, one of the things that we've been blessed with is the internet. And ultimately, the internet doesn't sleep. It connects everybody from everywhere. So you'll always be able to, operate your business if you have a system set in place that's, set up through the internet to run while you're asleep and, while you're in any location that you want to be. But, say you wanted to have a physical location. Maybe you're somebody that's more into that, physical space. You rather be attached to your business. You rather be, there instead of, not there. You rather feel like you can, go and be hands-on whenever you want to be hands-on. I feel like that's why people are, not the only reason why, but I feel like that is a reason why someone who could be attached to the physical, being at their business when they technically don't have to. So one way that you could, detach yourself from that is to, in the beginning phase, say if you wanted to run a mom and pop grocery store, right? Something like that. In the beginning phase, you could simply, do the loan, learn the process, learn everything you need to learn, and then hire somebody to oversee the process. So you hiring somebody to oversee the process, okay, hold up. It got a little difficult for me real quick, y'all. This is my first time doing this trail. So say if you hire somebody to oversee, the process, you don't have to pay them cash right off the bat, right? You can offer them equity. So you can offer them, say 30% of your, net monthly profits, or, however you want to break it down. But what you're doing there is giving yourself an opportunity to free up your time and let somebody else oversee the day-to-day operations. You're just the person that comes in and makes sure the process is running correctly. So that is one way. That's one way you could do this, but you might feel like that's not important, right? You may feel like, it doesn't matter to me as long as my money coming in. I don't really care if I'm creating a business or a lifestyle. But let me tell you why it should matter, right? Because once the money gets there, then you have to figure out, are you, entrapped by the money? Are you making the money, or is the money making you ultimately, right? So is the money determining everything you do, determining all of your actions? Or are you at a point where, you're the one that's making the money based off what you're doing and based off you, and loving and attracting, positive energy and things into your life and positive circumstances? This may seem like something that, not make very much, not feel very important to you, especially at the beginning when you just focused on getting the money. But ultimately, guys, like I said, once the money gets there, you have to realize how you're attracting the money. And if you don't like how you're attracting the money, then you're stuck in the same process, and it's a process that you don't even like. And that's not a situation that you really would like to find yourself in. I just sat down on the bench. As you can see, we got some nice little views. But I hope you guys really understand where I'm getting at, because I feel like you know, seeing the money that I'm seeing with wholesaling real estate has been a blessing. But for me, like, I'm not content. I'm doing a lot of things, right? Like a lot more things. So staying consistent with my real estate wholesaling process, and also, you know, coming out here to Prescott for the weekend because I, you know, have some other very important projects that I'm finishing up and I'm very excited to share with you guys. So me continuing to grow, I'm realizing that ultimately I do love working, right? Like, it ain't a question if I like working. I'm not somebody who just, you know, I don't like working. I like working, but I also realize that I like working in certain processes more than others. So processes that I really love and I enjoy, those seem like, you know, fun and it's invigorating. It aids to my lifestyle, and you're literally looking at it, right? So this is what I mean. So I enjoy, you know, creating content for you guys, and I also enjoy hiking and adventuring activities, right? So me being able to mix those things together is, you know, amazing for me. And, you know, it's another phase of where, you know, me receiving income from it is going to be a bonus, but ultimately it aids to my business and lifestyle, which is to create my, you know, brand and expand my online brand and business, right? So that's stuff that I'm all in the middle of creating, and it is me creating a business, but it's also me creating my lifestyle at the same time, because I'm thinking about not only now, not even next year, not even just 2 years from now, but I'm thinking about 10 years from now, guys, on how what I'm doing right now is still going to be playing a major role in my income and everything that I'm doing per se, really, you know, in 10 years from now. Everything that I'm doing right now is really going to, you know, affect the output of that. So all of your input ultimately affects your output. It may not be right away, but it will happen in time. So you got to decide right now, are you liking what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, and where is it leading you, right? Every day we're leading somewhere, and you got to figure out, are you building a business that may be creating, you know, sufficient income? You may like the income, but does it align with your dream lifestyle, right? So we got to find that balance there. And I believe there is that balance there. I know there's that balance there. It's our well-being. It's our right as human beings to be able to not only enjoy, you know, the fruits and have, you know, financial prosperity, but also to be able to have, you know, social prosperity and to feel rich and healthy and, you know, rich in health, wealth, and, you know, peace of mind, all of these things, right? So to be able to balance all of these things, we can't just be focused on our business. We also have to balance our lifestyle as well. So this is things that I'm thinking about not only for me right now, right? As a, you know, 23-year-old young man, I'm also thinking about, you know, when I'm 30 something, right? And I got kids, and how the work that I'm doing right now as a 22 and 23-year-old man, and has, you know, it's still now feeding my kids. So, and 10 years from now, right? That's a long time from now, but the bottom line is it's going to happen. So that's what keeps me going and keeps me so consistent and keeps me loving the process, because ultimately I know that it's aligning with the lifestyle that I am living, and also the lifestyle that I imagine myself living. And it's beautiful when those things are started, you know, to align more. It's all coming, my thoughts and my ideas are just becoming so much more clear to me lately, right? And my actions are becoming more precise, and I'm becoming more focused. All of these things are aligning because I've, you know, gratefully, years ago when I first decided to start my entrepreneurship journey, I decided that I wanted to create the lifestyle of really earning money, doing whatever I want, and being whatever I want, right? I decided that, like, I decided that, you know, if I had a dog, I would want to be able to, you know, have my dog and, you know, walk it whenever I want to. And unknowingly, I was saying, you know, I wanted to be an entrepreneur and, you know, work, you know, for myself, whatever. But, you know, it's still aligned in a way where I was able to, you know, have a dog and walk it whenever I wanted to. So that's something that you got to figure out, you know, what kind of thing that you are creating, and you are creating either one of them, and you got to decide which one, you know, that you ultimately want at the long end of it, right? So make sure you're doing stuff today that puts you where you want to be at the end of not even at the end of it, but, you know, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Because if you're just stuck in a race, right? So even with wholesaling real estate, right? So if you're just stuck in your wholesaling real estate, that's my thing, that's what I do, whatever. And If you're just stuck in wholesaling real estate and you're not figuring a way to scale that process, then you know that, you'll be stuck doing the same thing a year from now, 2 years from now. If you're not doing something daily, it could be little, but just to scale the process so you're able to take a step back and be able to enjoy and create your lifestyle that matches the business that you want as well, right? Your business matches the lifestyle that you want. All right, so they're one and the same, guys. Like, I understand you might think that you are creating, both of them right now, but just sit back and really ask yourself, are you? And sit back and ask yourself, are you sacrificing the present, the moment for the future? Because you think that, you putting in 80, 90, 120 hours, however many hours you might be putting in, and you feel like, all of this would be sacrificed for some later date. Take a step back and realize that you don't have to sacrifice the moment for the future. That's a lie. And, we've been kind of pushed that on our society, but that's a lie. You can also enjoy the moment. You just got to sit back and focus on what you actually want, right? So once you focus on that and everything becomes more clear, there'll be, again, thoughts, events, and circumstances that'll be attracted to you to make that manifest in your life easily and effortlessly. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, make sure you keep your heart in each step and you are already a success. Get to stepping. Yo, welcome to a special Between Me and You segment. I just want to say I really do appreciate all of you guys that have tuned in and that have subscribed to the channel. I do appreciate it, and I want to let you know that I have, some of my best content that I'm, ever created coming to you guys very, very soon. And I also have a lot of great projects that I'm very excited to share with you guys. So if you've enjoyed anything that I've released so far, definitely subscribe and like this video, because there will be much more of it and a lot, improving and a lot better coming to you guys, very soon. I appreciate you watching, and as always, guys, get to stepping. Now just enjoy these incredible views of this, waterfall. I love water.
Good.